Welcome to episode 4 of the Flavourful Reviews. Episode 4, I know.
We did it.
What do you think of this quality? A little bit better. We're a little bit better.
We're
Hopefully.
trying hard for you people. We really
see
are.
the grain
Yeah.
in our beards. Maybe that's.
Look at that.
Anyways,
Let's get straight to the comics. Today's a very Wolverine heavy day.
very much.
A
Just
lot
like-
of fear itself too.
Just like
It's pretty
every week.
marvelous day.
Wow.
Wow.
First up, we got Wolverine Fear itself. Wolverine, with written by
Mr. Peck.
Mr. Peck, drawn by this Simone Bashy. And what do you guys think? First of all, first thing that came to my mind, Wolverine has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of this.
She's more of a plot device than
Yeah.
anything in this story.
yeah,
Not a big fan of this girlfriend thing, because the whole thing about Wolverine was he was like a lone wolf the whole time.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like, he didn't give a shit about anything. He fucking does whatever he wants. And then, now that he has a girlfriend, he's like, oh, babe, I'm sorry, babe. I just want to protect you, babe.
Sorry, can we hug really
Yeah,
quick?
and
Let's
it's
hug
like-
this out.
It's like, who is this? Who is
I
this
don't know.
person? It's almost as bad as when Wolverine was like cutting people's hair in Best There Is.
Yeah. I would
but
like
that
to
got metal.
say that, Wolverine should be allowed to evolve after years, even to a point like this. But at the same time, you look at the 5 other XMen the 5 other Wolverine comics. Another one we are going to review, and he's still the same old Wolverine. So
Yeah.
it seems like a weird departure from
Exactly,
his regular
yeah.
character that is established now in the continuity.
What do you think?
Gotta switch things up. I understand why they gave him a girlfriend. It's more of a plot device or anything, just to carry over what Wolverine's doing or not doing, and then I don't know. She just kind of hangs
I know.
around for no. She knows everybody in the Avengers.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, like Steve Rogers calls her
Yeah.
up and she's like, "Hey, what's going on? Just chilling, just chilling."
Oh, you want to talk to Wolvies? He's right here.
Yeah, just
You
like,
got Honey Bun. It's
it's
like,
like,
wow.
what is this?
I understand her being there for that purpose, but otherwise it's just kind of
Yeah, I don't know. And they don't really talk about Fear itself kind of stuff, like the
No.
hammers or anything.
No.
there's a brief, just like the story is, strike team is taking over a Osborn's hella copter,
Carrier.
yeah, hella
Hella
carrier.
wicked,
It's
hella
it's hella fun. Which that's how the story moves
Yeah,
along, but
I
it's
don't know.
not. It's
Again, it's first issue. Like a lot of stuff we review, first issues kind of it just brings you up to speed what's going on.
yeah,
It's like,
it did service that part pretty good, but other than that, there's not a lot of exciting moments in it. Scarecrow shows up and Wolverine
Yeah.
kills him. Just kind of
I was like, what?
yeah, Wolverine kills guys just because he can.
Although how he killed him was so weird because he ran up to him, runs behind him, and then stabs upward behind him into Scarecrow's back.
yeah,
It's crazy.
Which-
Wolverine does flick around.
But then he takes some tear gas and releases it in his mask, which I thought was kind of badass. and
Just in
genius.
case, just in
no,
case.
let me die in peace. No,
Yeah.
tear gas.
So, the art.
Crying your
What do you guys
death.
think of it? What do you guys think of the art?
It was serviceable.
It was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was really gritty, and it kind of felt like it
It works.
matched
It
Wolverine.
works. Yeah, for Wolverine. Other
Yeah.
than
But it didn't
Last
use
week.
drab, brownish colors. Go on.
oh, I was just gonna say for Wolverine versus Marvel Universe last week, which we reviewed, that art was not good.
Yeah.
It was way too dark, way too many shadows.
way
worse
too
than-
muddled.
Yeah,
It's the zombies. They
Yeah.
muddle it.
muddle it. Oh, what's clear? What's
What's happening? Too much Wolverine, I think, in the Marvel universe right
and
now.
not a
It's-
lot of continuity even between the 2 Fear itself books that he's in that we're reviewing this week.
I mean, it's a well-established complaint with fans that as much as people love Wolverine, you kind of overexpose him too much,
Yeah.
and it's just weird.
It's like, come on, people, enough with the Wolverine. Like he's
It's
cool
like-
and everything, but
He's doing this lone stuff with the Avengers. He's on Uncanny X-Force. He still pops up in XMen. He's has some weird little adventure with Jubilee.
yeah,
In which they guest star in an issue of X-23, which is his clone
too much.
female counterpart thing.
again, Wolverine's awesome, but
And he's Canadian, sure, but come on, people.
He appears in the next issue of Alpha Flight. Fear itself.
Oh, wow. Hopefully not.
No. Hopefully.
he probably will.
All right, moving on to the next one. We got Vengeance issue 1 with Magneto on the cover.
Not quite sure why it's called Vengeance.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
don't ask us why it's called Vengeance.
Yeah.
It's,
So you know how we talk about how a lot of issue 1s just kind of go into the backstory of what's happening. This one
Nah.
doesn't. This
Not
one
It
at
goes
all.
the exact opposite.
This one's like, hey, look at this, and you're like, what is happening?
Look,
And
here's
they
a bunch
don't
of
tell you.
characters you probably don't know. We're gonna assume you know
Yeah.
everything about them. 'Cause-
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with any of these characters,
and they don't
but-
make them very interesting or that you would want to
They
know
could have
anything about
had
them.
like just like you know how a lot of books these days from Marvel and DC they usually have that one page before the book
Yeah.
actually starts where they give you a little blurb of what's going on, what's happening, and honestly that's all you need
Mhm.
sometimes.
This has none of that, and all of the confusing text messages.
Yeah, that was like a way that they were trying to convey little bits of
Yeah,
story because
stupid.
these are young mutants. They're
Maybe
just
we
so
should
hip and
actually
cool.
talk about that first. Like,
Yeah.
actually start off with the book. It starts off with like, who's that character? What's he called? again?
Ultimate Nullifier.
Isn't that like a
Yeah.
Fantastic Four thing?
I'm pretty
Didn't
sure
they
it
use
was
that?
He knows the
something
Fantastic Four. He
that the
mentions
Reed Richards
Whatever.
used to stop Galactus that he
Yeah.
got from the Watcher. I have no idea.
Maybe
what
he's a gun reincarnated. He's like Pinocchio. He became a real boy.
He's
from-
Megatron. And
from a
he's
gun
gun
to-
form. He didn't transform.
Yeah. Anyway.
that is the most convoluted thing you've ever
whatever.
said.
Sorry.
Whatever.
But the point is, you don't know who this guy is, I guess, unless you're acquainted with a lot of the Marvel universe right now. But the book doesn't do a good job of making you want to
Mm,
learn anything
no.
about that
I
because
hate
he's
him so
obnoxious
much.
as. God
As
damn.
hell. Yeah, and then they go into this part with Miss America, who I didn't really
Yeah.
know existed. And she's talking back and forth with this underground kind of organization who they don't even talk about to go pick up this person who we know nothing about, and they don't explain it at
Yeah,
all.
it's fucking weird. But Miss America, sexy.
Yeah.
She's wearing like.
Not
Looks a
bad.
lot like Wonder Woman. Not
That
gonna
is
lie.
true. That is true.
I mean, yeah, there's the American aesthetic you're trying to apply, but still, kind of.
Miss America, give me a call. We'll go for I don't know some
But the
freedom fries.
The middle portion of the book is ultra
Yes.
confusing when Magneto shows up to find Ultimate Nullifier in bed with two other.
Ooh,
One of them,
yes.
Stacy X.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so fantastic.
It was just
Tune into our
random.
Facebook page. We're gonna have a dramatic reading of
Yeah, that scene.
of that scene. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
But that scene didn't hold a lot of because it's
Yeah.
Magneto shows up and he's trying to get Stacy, and Ultimate Nullifier's like, "No, I'm here to protect her. You're just a terrorist." And he's, "I'm no."
Yeah. Magneto's like, no, you're wrong. And he's like, oh, I am sorry.
Considering
okay.
that like Magneto is on the cover of this and it's called Vengeance, you think he would have like a much greater importance, but he literally just
Oh.
shows up, gets his ass kicked a little bit by this random cocky dude,
Yeah.
and then he leaves. He's like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna head out now. See
Next
you later,
time I'm
bro.
gonna come back and I'm gonna punch you in the face, and you can't do anything about it. I'm like, "Okay, Magneto, I'll see you later."
Also, we are talking about how confusing this book is. It jumps around a lot.
Yeah.
It goes from a scene with Ultimate Nullifier. Ultimate Nullifier. Is that his name? Right.
Yeah.
He's partying in a club with really obnoxious like text messages,
Yeah.
like in the corner of the panels. And then next it jumps to like 1944 with Hitler and the
Yeah, I
Red
don't
Skull.
know. Maybe later it'll make more sense for
And
right
jumps.
now.
It jumps around way too much. No context for anything. It's
And then at the end of the book, they're back in this little underground society. Like, yeah, the young mutants have to rise up. We have to band together. And then it jumps to like Latveria, and there's like a Doctor Doom looking guy, maybe. And then jumps
Sweet.
again to a Hot Topic where all these mutants
Yeah.
are buying T-shirts. It
no
was
context
weird. Yeah,
for
no.
anything.
But you guys never been to Hot Topic? There's superheroes in there all the time.
Man, and that's why I've
Is
been
that
missing
where
out.
they hang out? Come on, people. Obs.
Finally
gotta
know
get
how to get
those.
my foot in the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My own superhero teen team. Even though I'm not much of a teen
What's
anymore.
your superpower?
Would you like to know?
Wow.
I would,
Okay.
but we'll keep that for later.
Okay,
I can hold my bowels for a really long
It's true,
time.
it's true.
Awesome. Excellent.
Moving on to another Fear itself, Uncanny X-Force. Written by Rob Williams, drawn by Simone
Biaggi.
Bayachi.
We'll say off the
You
cuff
sound
of
like
this-
you're saying it like a mariachi.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not very good with names.
Biaggi. We'll just say this is probably our favorite book.
Yeah, this
week.
book is
Mm.
awesome. You
It
should
is.
pick it up. The writing by Rob Williams is wicked. It starts off with like a joke and an explosion, and you're like, wow.
Deadpool is hilarious in
He's
this.
just
I mean, he's
funny
generally
as
hilarious,
shit.
but he makes me want to read everything Deadpool and continue reading this forever.
And
Also,
yeah,
one thing that this book, tying into Fear itself, does that a lot of the other
Yeah.
Fear itself doesn't do, is actually
Acknowledges,
examine the
yeah.
world of
Yeah.
Fear itself. Like a lot of the other ones, it's just like there happens to be a villain who has one of the hammers, or it's just like it's really shoehorned into these different comics. Where in this one, they actually like they tackle a problem like that involves
between like humans, not just mutants, because they have these sect of people called the Purifiers, who are just going around and kind of killing people, and they're connecting it to the events of Fear itself with the hammers, and they're calling mutants devil and like.
Essentially, they feel that all these people with hammers and all this crap going down is mostly just completely unholy and is a result of these devil children who are mutants.
Yeah. Speaking about the Purifiers, did you notice this guy looks like Mike Haggard from Final Fight?
He had a
no,
Manchu,
but when he has that giant leather belt strapped around him,
I'm
not
Mike
gonna
Haggard.
lie.
You check that out. Check
we'll
out Mike
post
Haggard.
it. See it? Oh man!
Oh, you see it? It's magic. Okay.
What do we think of the art?
Art was like amazing.
Yeah,
I was like, wow. Because I like with Alex Ross, I always hated his stuff because it was just like too real.
Too photorealistic.
And I was like, and I was like, this sucks. But with this, it's kind of like right in between cartoony and like very realistic paintings.
Just enough exaggerated lines, and like it's really nice how they all came together.
Cool. I like this one.
A lot of details in the shading and whatnot.
Yeah, and I do like the new costumes too, or the different costumes with the white and black.
They're their team. They gotta look like a team.
It's true.
Essentially, something that's been like made the standard within the Uncanny X-Force series right now, which from what I've seen looks pretty good. I would suggest reading it.
Sweet deal.
Like if you like this, you'll probably like that a lot.
And another cool thing, they kind of take a page out of Kick-Ass's book with the whole torturing a superhero.
Yeah,
or
and putting on the internet for everybody to see.
So that is really cool, and it even ends like you're like, whoa, that's awesome. If you're messed up like me,
which
most people are. So that's good. That's good. All right, so would you guys pick this one up?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what the Uncanny X-Force is doing.
Uncanny X-Force. This one's a good one. This one's
probably one of the better tie-ins you'll see out of Fear itself.
It's true. It's true. All right. Well, you guys overall this week kind of good.
I
think Uncanny X-Force saves it. But
but the rest is just really mediocre.
The Wolverine book is
confusing.
going to be good probably eventually. Vengeance, I don't really. It's too early.
Unless they kill Ultimate Nullifier.
It's a 6-book arc, so I mean, there's still a lot of room to like get into real backstory, but they should have did a better job of it.
I get the feeling that there's like 2 other series that are supposed to be like connected to Vengeance and like side by side.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, another book called Forgiveness or something stupid like that, where like you're supposed to be reading along with that too in order to get both sides. Or
I hope not. All right, gentlemen. I guess we will be back next week. Be sure to keep an eye on our Facebook page for that sweet dramatic reading of Vengeance, that scene in Vengeance. And like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter.
Stadium Comics.
Subscribe to Stadium. And check out Stadium's new website.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
Holy shit, it's so awesome.
What's Time Nerds? I'm excited to see what that is.
Maybe we'll review Time Nerds.
Maybe. Yeah, we could. We could do that. I think it's going to be up by next week. So
we're done.
Rob, Kev, coming for you.
Rip, what is essentially the equivalent of our sponsors.
Yeah, we can. We'll just post it.
Do a video response.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Flavourful song.